Yo, what is up, everybody? Today we are back on the channel with another Madden 26 PXML franchise video with our Tennessee Titans, and we are in Season 2, Week 2, taking on the Browns. And for both teams, they both got out to a hot start. The Browns started off with a 37-14 dub over the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so they're 1-0 on the season. Good start for the new user. Obviously, if you guys don't remember from last week, told you guys that there was a new user since last year. We played their CPU, so users off to a hot start. As you can see, for us and our Titans, we got our first divisional win out of six, or yeah, out of well, our first divisional win out of six in the next 10 games or 9 games at this point against the Jaguars in a 59 no no 59 59-42 dub, where honestly our offense was on fire. Our defense was a little in that first half. Our defense, the, the a quarter and a half, the defense looked really good, and then after that, it kind of dialed down. But the offense really stayed on point. That's what we really needed. But like I said, both these teams off to a hot start, looking to keep that hot start as we are away in the dog pound for the. I can't say that again. I don't even know why I said that. I couldn't think of the name of the Brown Stadium, so I just said it. The first thing that came to my mind as the rookie Le'Veon Moss is here to return it. Le'Veon Moss has a hole. Le'Veon Moss has some space. 2 men to beat. Will he escape? No, he will not. He's taken out of bounds at the 14-yard line, and the rookie is making his name heard on kickoff, and that's where you'll see him the most, because we kind of have Tony Pollard and Tajay Spears at those starting running back positions. See, they both scored in last week's matchup. Tajay Spears had a touchdown. Tony Pollard has a touchdown, and Tony Pollard has another touchdown. Just like that. 47 seconds in, the Titans have a 7-0 lead already. Man, oh man, those Titans said, we're ready to go to 2-0. We're ready to be back on that same stage that we were at last year. Because, man, oh man, we could have not asked for a better start, as Quinshon Judkins on 1st and 10 has some space, makes a good juke move. And Quinshon Judkins, his development has actually peaked in this league. He's already at superstar, and he's a year in. As now 2nd and 10, he could not really get anywhere. And Quinshon Judkins, just as we were talking good about him, he gets injured. Hopefully it's not too bad. 2nd and 10, Shador Sanders going over the middle for the tight end Fields, who makes a good adjustment to make the catch in. Luckily for the Browns, Quinshon Judkins will be back in soon enough. Just some bruised ribs, maybe leave him out for 2 or 3 plays. But for now, the backup Dylan Sampson will take the handoff. Gets about a 3-yard gain on 1st and 10. 2nd and 10, the third string actually, Jamal Haynes has his handoff. Gets it to 3rd and 1 now at the 12-yard line. Shador Sanders handing it off to Quinshon Judkins, who's back in the game, and Quinshon Judkins doesn't go anywhere. And it looks like Quinshon Judkins actually got injured again. Wow, 2 times on the first drive as Xavier Woods has a pick. Shador Sanders put his hands in the cookie jar. Can he prevent Xavier Woods from getting any farther? He cannot. Xavier Woods is on a runaway train. His next stop, the end zone. Jerry Jeudy tries to catch him, but he was just a couple of steps too far behind. And Xavier Woods, man, that's our guy at safety. Yeah. He got pick sixes last year. He has a pick six this year. That's our guy back there. He knows how to make a play. And Quinshon Judkins, ooh, broken thumb. He's out for the game. He got injured twice on that last drive. It was kind of crazy. But hopefully that broken thumb maybe leave him out 2 to 4 weeks. He'll be back soon enough, as there is a flag. Looks like it's on the Titans, as Shador Sanders got it underneath to Jamal Haynes, and that would be illegal contact on our linebacker, James Williams Sr., who is obviously coming in for our injured Cedric Gray with his broken collarbone. We won't be seeing Cedric Gray for a while. It said he was out for 6 to 10 weeks, as James Williams Sr. is making up for that. Flag now, 3rd and 9. Shador Sanders dropping back to pass. Shador Sanders has some time going deep for Jerry Jeudy, but he overthrew threw it. Oh man, he would have had a touchdown there. Just could not bring that ball down. Now 4th and 9. The punter Blake Gillikin to kick it away to Keemray DK, who tries to make a return happen. Keemray DK got sent flying through the air. Now 1st and 10 from the 26 for our Titans. Cam Ward off the play action. Going over the middle and he's picked off. Oh my god, Devin Bush read him like an absolute book. And I don't know what I was doing there. I should have seen that guy 5 years before I even attempted to pass that one, as Xavier Woods is making his name heard early. Hit sticking the running back now, Dylan Sampson. A spin move, Dylan Sampson breaking tackles, or not even breaking tackles, just not being touched, moving like water. 1st and goal from the 5-yard line. The third string running back, or no, Dylan Sampson to take the handoff into the end zone. The toss play got us. And Dylan Sampson does a little dance move, and Darnell Baker has some bruised ribs. And so far, 2 players have bruised ribs, but he'll be back soon. Next defensive drive, he should be back as now to the kickoff. Man, that will be Jake Bates with the kick to Le'Veon Moss, who already started the game off good. But this time he doesn't get a big return. Gets it to the 29-yard line. Now 1st and 10. Cam Ward handing it off to Tony Pollard, who gets about a 3-yard gain. 2nd and 7 in the trips formation. Now Alec Onyemeyer in motion. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, running out of time, but he gets it over the middle to Tutu Atwell, who hangs on now. 3rd and 2. You guys saw a little glimpse of the play. Handing it off to Tony Pollard, who has the first down and a little bit more. And honestly, this is an amazing game so far. I mean, we had our mistakes, but to go out to a 14-0 lead like that, that was pretty crazy. If we can make this 21-7, then it's like, man, oh man, as Cam Ward tries to get it over the middle to Chigazie Okongwu, but bags up a little bit too far. And now that 21-2 lead is maybe looking like a distant memory. As 3rd and 7, we get it to Keem DK, but the pass kind of took the momentum out of his speed. Now Johnny Hecker here to punt it away. Maybe no more 21-7. The Browns are maybe looking to tie this up at 14-14, as that punt will be the last play of our first quarter. And I don't even really know what to say, because that pick from earlier is like, ugh, why would I even throw that? Like, I should have saw that guy there, but it's like, oh, man, I guess I might as well just try and throw. Apparently I tried to put it in a real tight window, but just did not work out at all, as Shador Sanders gets it on his out route to his tight end. Now 1st and 10 from the 39-yard line in the single back. Shador Sanders handing it off to Dylan Sampson, trying to take up the role of the injured Quinshawn Junkins. 2nd and 7, handing it off to the third string now, Jamal Jesus, I just had his name. Jamal Haynes. Not Jamal Myers. Jamal Haynes. As Shador Sanders is almost sacked by Jonathan Grenard. They're on the play action, but luckily he just got it off in time. Now 2nd and 10. Shador Sanders going deep, but just a little bit too far deep. Tried to freeform and high pass it, but just a little inaccurate once again, and it still would have been a tough grab to make. Now Shador Sanders going deep again for Jerry Jeudy, and this time he puts it in the bucket. Jerry Jeudy had to step on Darnell Baker, and just like that, it's a 14-14 game. Look how fast the game can change up. We were up 14-0. We got a quick touchdown, a quick pick six, and now game's tied up, and Marcus Harris is getting boomsticked. Man, oh man, this is a quick lead, and we only have 6 passing yards on the day, but our run game seems to be working so far, as Tony Pollard gets a gain of 6, now 2nd and 4, off a little play action. Cam Ward obviously dropping back to pass, going on the sideline for Tutu Atwell, who hangs onto it and gets out of bounds at the 47-yard line. Now just about 2-3 yards away from Joey Sly's field goal range. Not a lot of wind out there today, as Tony Pollard gets tackled over his lineman. Hopefully none of them got injured. It didn't look like they were. Now 2nd and 7. Tony Pollard taking the handoff again, trying to fight for the first down, but the refs call him short. Third and inches. The Browns have extra people at the line of scrimmage, dialing up a little blitz, but Cam Ward sees through it, gets it to Keemroy DK on the end route, way in Joey Sly's field goal range now, really in touchdown range. Cam Ward going for Alec Ayumar on the out route. He catches it, gets it to the 9-yard line. Man in motion on first and goal, play clock under 10. Alec Ayumar was that man, and it's picked off again. Oh my goodness. And that wasn't even my fault. That wasn't Cam Ward's fault. That's just come on. As first and 10. Shador Sanders gets it to Whiteheart. That is Blake Whiteheart with the big gain. And TJ Parker has some back spasms. The rookie left edge for the Browns. But going back to that interception, man, oh man, he just bumped into Okonkwo, and then he got a lucky, or not a lucky pick, but he bumped into Okonkwo and he got rewarded because of it. And that's just crazy. As Shador Sanders is going deep again, but it is just too far. Chiadobe Awuzie in the coverage there. Now 3rd and 8 from the 44-yard line. Shador Sanders going for the deep ball, but it's swatted away by Khair Elam. Now 4th and 8 here to punt it away. It is Blake Gillikin getting it away to Keemroy DK, who just takes the fair catch. Now starting from the 15-yard line, Gunnar Helmet motion across the line of scrimmage. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, has some time. Cam Ward going deep, and it's just swatted away by Martin Emerson Jr. And these quarterbacks are testing out their deep balls today. They are letting it fly, and Tony Pollard off the inside zone has some space. Tony Pollard working his way to the sideline, breaking 1-2 tackles, going out of bounds at the 41-yard line, or more being forced out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Now 1st and 10 on the screen pass. And man, oh man, that just got swatted away. And it looked like after the swat, he got injured there. A little unlucky injuries all over today. As 2nd and 10, we try to get underneath, but could not hang on. Now 3rd and 10 out of the 5 wide. Cam Ward rolling up in the pocket. Cam Ward has to make a man miss. He does. Cam Ward gets a first down, breaks a tackle, and slides. Not wanting to take a risky hit. Now 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Just about a minute left till halftime. Cam Ward handing it off to Tony Pollard. The Titans still have 3 timeouts, so they can play like this. The Titans do not spend one. They waste a little bit more clock. Cam Ward rolling up in the pocket, just getting it underneath to Chigoziem Okonkwo, who makes one man miss, makes another man miss, and he just gets out of bounds with 33 seconds left till halftime. Tony Pollard in motion, 5 wide. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, going over the middle for Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley almost gets it to the first down line. Now 3rd and 1, man in motion. They hand it off to Tony Pollard, and Tony Pollard has an easy hole up the middle for the touchdown. It's your little celebration. That is 2 on the day with the field goal up and good. That makes it a 21-14 lead as Joey Sly is here to kick it away with 13 seconds left to go till halftime. Man, oh man, that was an amazing response drive there. That's just what we needed. Now we just have to make sure nothing bad happens as Shador Sanders is going deep for Campbell, who almost made the grab. Oh my goodness. Delvon Campbell almost made an amazing play as Cody Barton gets a pick, and Cody Barton gets down in time, and Joey Sly will have a chance from 60 yards, 7 mile per hour winds. The kick is up, and it's good with about 10 yards to spare. Jeez Louise, man. From the Browns almost getting a Hail Mary miracle to the Titans somehow getting 3 extra points on the board before halftime. Look, it's a quickly changing game as now after halftime on 1st and 10, Shador Sanders is immediately taken down by Jonathan Grenard. The Titans dialed up a blitz and they stood no chance, and now Shador Sanders and the Browns going no huddle on 2nd and 19. Maybe not a wise decision to stay in this formation after what just happened. Making a little bit of a change to the play. It looks like Shador Sanders still looking to pass it again, and he's almost sacked, and he almost puts his hands into the cookie jar. Darnell Baker, the man who always gets a pass deflection if you remember that from last year. Now 3rd and 19, Shador Sanders sacked by Mr. O. That is his second sack of the season. He is playing good so far as Kimre Dike will return yet another punt, and he does not have a lot. He gets it to the 43-yard line, but not a lot is, well, we don't need a lot because we are just about already in Joey Sly's field goal range. As you saw, he kicked a 60-yard field goal with ease. I mean, he had like 10, he had at least 10 yards to spare as we get it underneath to Tony Pollard, who jukes back inside, jukes outside, and then gets blown up. Now officially in Joey Sly's field goal range. Let's not do anything risky here as 1st and 10. Cam Ward dropping back to pass, has a little bit of time in the pocket. Cam Ward puts his hands in the cookie jar again, and Martin Emerson Jr. does not let him escape. And Cam Ward is not having anything close to his best game. This is actually, well, obviously, this is his worst game as Shador Sanders. It's almost stacked again. He was going for Eli Stowers over the middle, and man, oh man, we are just making mistake after mistake. And honestly, I really can't even say mistake as my goodness, just bouncing around like a pinball. But like, I feel like the first interception, yeah, that was obviously our fault. The second interception, that wasn't even really our. That was nobody's. That was the game's fault. And now this third interception, that's Cam Ward's fault. You just can't underthrow that as Dylan Sampson breaks one tackle, but then he gets blown up by Chiadobe Awuzie. Now 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Shador Sanders off the play action. He almost gets sacked by Jonathan Grenard again. Now a man in motion going across the field. Shador Sanders hands it off to Dylan Sampson, who tries to fight for the end zone, but he does not get there. Now 3 men in the backfield, the split formation, man in motion. Shador Sanders tosses it to Jamal Haynes, and Jamal Haynes cannot get there. Titans defenders showing up everywhere. Now 4th and goal from the 1-yard line. What will the Browns dial up? They're looking to pass it. They're going underneath, and the ref says he's in. The ref says the ball crossed the plane. It only looked like the feet had crossed the plane, not the ball. But look, man, can't argue with the refs as Jake Bates is here to kick it away to Le'Veon Moss, who's still trying to follow up with that early big kickoff return that he had, that first one to start off the game. It's now 1st and 10. Cam Ward handing it off to Tony Pollard, trying to play it a little bit safe, waste some clock. Grant Delpit with the tackle there. Now 2nd and 7, going up the seam for Tutu Atwell, who has his 3rd catch of the day. The free agent acquisition is showing us that maybe we should resign him. Now 1st and 10 from the 48, off the play action. Cam Ward has nobody. This time he just throws it away, does not want to throw another pick of the day, does not want number 4 going on his record. Dropping back for another pass, getting it to Okonkwo over the middle. Okonkwo gets a good block from Meyer. Now up to the 34-yard line, 1st and 10. Off the play action, Cam Ward. Man coverage for the Browns. Icons have disappeared. Cam Ward rolling out of the pocket and just throwing it away. He really doesn't want to throw another interception. He's playing it a lot more safe as off the RPO. Meyer makes a man miss, gets back outside, breaks one tackle on the way, gets it up to the 21. Now 1st and 10, a minute left in the 3rd quarter, looking to score here. Cam Ward going deep for Meyer, who's into the end zone for a touchdown. He throws the ball at the stands, and the Titans take a 10-point lead. Oh man, my throat is hurt. Oh, jeez, man. Man in motion for the Browns here with under a minute. Shador Sanders dropping back to pass again, and he's letting it fly again. Just dotting it into the window there. The nice little corner route. Man, oh man, he's playing decent today. day, and that was not a decent play. He gets sacked there. Our third sack of the day. Now second and 19 for his play of the third quarter. Shador Sanders under pressure, and Shador Sanders is pressured. Obviously, Cody Barton with the pick. Cody Barton has some linemen to beat. Will he get the angle? No, he will not. He's taken down at the 7-yard line. Now first and goal, Gunnar Helm in motion. Cam Ward dropping back to pass. Cam Ward has some time going over the middle for Anumeyer, who gets blown up. But now second and goal from the 3-yard line. 8 minutes left to go in this game. Cam Ward has a man wide. Oh my goodness, you cannot overthrow that. He was wide open. Now, third and goal, he doesn't overthrow this one. Elegani Myers in for another touchdown. And the Titans take a 17-point lead, 38-21, with 8 minutes left to go in this game. Joey Sly here to kick it away, and it's going out of the back of the end zone. And just as ugly as this game turned out for us, it's gone back good. It really has, as Shador Sanders is letting it fly again, but he overthrows it again. He can barely, he's so inconsistent with these fly balls, or he's not even really inconsistent. It's only where it's like, what, once? It's not even really inconsistent. He's just bad at it, as Shador Sanders rolling out of the pocket, going deep. Oh my God, Jerry Jeudy somehow caught that. Now first and 10 from the 21-yard line. 7 minutes left to go. Handing it off to Dylan Sampson, who breaks one tackle. Now second and 9 in the red zone. Look to make some miracles happen. A nice little comeback off the screen pass on second and 9. Dylan Sampson juking back in time, makes a man miss, and he gets it to the 2-yard line. Now first and goal. Under 6 minutes left to go. Time is winding down. They need to do something fast. Off the toss play, Dylan Sampson's taken down in the backfield. Xavier Woods again. Now second and goal from the 6-yard line. Play clock winding down. Under 5 minutes. Jamal Haynes takes it right up Broadway for the touchdown. Now a 2-point conversion to make it, what, a 9-point game. Shador Sanders, oh my goodness, drops it in the bucket. Now it's a 9-point game instead of 10, so just a touchdown and a field goal to take the lead. Le'Veon Moss on the kickoff return. Le'Veon Moss has some space, breaks the tackle, but he ran out of space. Gets it to the 29-yard line once again, and the Titans just need to waste some clock here. Just keep letting it drain as Tony Pollard takes a handoff on first and 10. Gets about 2 yards. Now 4 minutes, 20 seconds left in the game. Second and 8. Dropping back to pass is Cam Ward. Rolling up in the pocket. Cam Ward has some space, and he gets the first down. Look at that. Might not be able to do it through the air, but he can definitely do it on the ground. Now first and 10. Oh my goodness, that is not what we need. Come on, pass me. Just run the ball here. It doesn't matter. Just run the ball. Now second and 10. Running out of time again. What are we doing? Come on. Waste the clock. Third and 10 from the 43-yard line. Now an obvious pass situation. Cam Ward going for Alec Onumire, but he throws it at the ground. Man, oh man, oh man. What are we doing? Now 4th and 10. Johnny Hecker punting it away, looking to get a good punt here, and it will be an amazing punt down at the 6-yard line. Now 1st and 10. Shador Sanders backed up, nowhere to really go. Jumping it off to Eli Stowers, the rookie tight end, juking inside, gets it to the 19-yard line. Now 3 minutes left in this game. Eli Stowers in motion again. Shador Sanders obviously dropping back to pass again, and Shador Sanders is going deep. Oh my goodness. It is just overthrown just barely every single time. He cannot get these go balls down as Shador Sanders is sacked again. Mr. LO with his second of the game, now just about at the 2-minute warning, dropping back to pass. Shador Sanders rolling out of the pocket, going for the corner route. And they say he didn't get both feet down. Eli Stowers just missed it. Now 4th and 15. Oh, Jerry Jeudy had it, but he just dropped it. Just unfortunate, as now 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line, looking for the dagger, but Chigazium Okonkwo did not make a move on the ball, and that is not good for us, because there's still one more play to go before the 2-minute warning, and no time will really be wasted. As now 3rd right out of the 2 minute warning. The Titans dropping back to pass with Cam Ward, and Cam Ward is sacked. And at least we can say time is chewing. And Tony Pollard has some leg cramps. Doesn't matter whether we keep him on the field or not because we're going back to defense. And the Browns did use the first of their three timeouts now, a minute and 35 seconds left. Had to really get a stop here. If Browns score, they can go for a quick onside kick and see what can happen as Jamal Hayes, oh my goodness, almost had a big kick return in him. But he's halted as now first and 10. Shador Sanders driving back to pass. Shador Sanders going deep for Campbell, and he finally finds him as Darnell Baker got burned by a couple of steps there. And hope is still alive in Cleveland, now going for the 2 point conversion to make it a 4 point game. But it is knocked out of his tight end's hands. Now another onside kick 2 weeks in a row. Will Elegant Meyer be able to do it as he just gets it? And Elegant Meyer has just put the nail in the coffin on this game, or almost did. Need to get at least a little bit of a first down or see if the Browns will attempt at calling a timeout. They don't on first down. Will they on second down? Play clock winding down, and they will call their timeouts now. 3rd and 14. We need a good play call here to get a first down. Cam Ward going for Tutu Atwell on the slant route. Tutu Atwell doing a bag juke. He looks like he wanted to score, but Tutu Atwell, the free agent acquisition, ends it all for us in what was a little bit of a weird nail biter game, I guess. The Browns. This game honestly reminds me of the Broncos game from last year. Like, we got out to that early lead, and then the Broncos started coming back, but it's like we always kind of had that lead, and then we got another lead near the end of the game, and then they came back again, but we still always had that lead. But um, but luckily for us, we came out though. What else can you say? Cam Ward didn't have his best game, and he won't always have his best game. Defense had a big game. Mr. O 2 sacks on the day. We got 3 picks and a touchdown. What else can you really ask for? I mean, it wasn't perfect, but it won't always be perfect. It won't always be perfect. But for us, after this dub, we advanced to 2-0, and next week we will be taking on. Wait for it. Wait for it. We will be taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Okay. Uh, Now that I remember, Dallas Cowboys CPU game. No user for the Cowboys. So you guys will be seeing like a 15-minute CPU game. I think maybe I'll put that in with the Jags game. I don't know yet. We'll see about it. So yeah, next time you'll see us actually play a user is week 4 against the Jaguars again to finish off that season series. But honestly, other than that, that's going to be really it for me in this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Drop a like, subscribe, comment, and peace out.